Savage Level's Flint Treasure of Oblivion, an isometric role-playing game, is set to release on December 17th, 2024 for PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. Published by Microids, this game plunges players into the golden age of piracy, where they join the legendary Captain Flint on his quest for wealth and glory. The developers aim to blend classic RPG elements with board game-inspired mechanics, promising a unique strategic experience. The game's narrative begins with Captain Flint in dire straits, stripped of his ship and crew, struggling to survive on a piece of driftwood. Just as he's about to make a desperate choice, fate intervenes, plunging him into a new set of challenges. The story, seemingly straightforward at first, quickly evolves into a complex tale of pirate life, told through visually engaging, comic strip-style dialogues. The characters, including Captain Flint, are presented with detailed artwork and expressive lines, bringing each character to life. The game's atmosphere mixes a serious tone with dark humor, presenting a world full of grimy streets and luxurious ships. Though the three-dimensional models aren't excessively high-poly, they maintain a cohesive aesthetic that fits the historical pirate era. While some may draw comparisons to titles like Divinity, Original Sin, or Warhammer 40k, Rogue Trader, Flint distinguishes itself with a unique and imaginative twist. The soundtrack is a well-fitting addition, capturing the spirit of the pirate age. However, the rest of the sound design could use improvement, as the effects are not as polished as the music, making the auditory experience less cohesive. Exploration gameplay, however, is limited. Players move with a mouse cursor through relatively small areas. There are few hidden items, secret paths, or puzzles, with exploration mainly consisting of walking and waiting for attention prompts to appear. Furthermore, mastery checks are determined by dice rolls, with character stats having little to no influence. The game's items, crew, and artifacts are represented as collectible cards, resembling a trading card game or tabletop game setup. This deck building can initially feel complex, requiring players to invest time in reading card descriptions to understand their battle effects. Crew members are divided into classes with specific abilities, and some of them are consumables that disappear after death. The strategic combat system revolves around dice rolls. Every turn includes a series of moves and attacks, and each ends with 1 or 2 dice rolls, introducing an element of randomness. While the system is surprising at first, the novelty wears off as battles become repetitive, and often restarting a battle due to unfavorable rolls is the best strategy. Character abilities often fail to work as expected, with attacks missing even at close range. The sole effective tactic is to attempt to push opponents and hope for a lucky roll. The bright side of combat lies in the environmental interaction, where using high ground to jump on opponents or using environmental items like barrels can add a tactical edge. Unfortunately, Flint, Treasure of Oblivion, suffers from optimization issues. Despite low system requirements, the game struggles on high-spec systems. Issues such as particle effects during rain and the absence of a VSync option are affecting performance. There are also critical errors that can occur, causing a loss of progress since there is no manual save. In conclusion, Flint, Treasure of Oblivion is a promising attempt at creating an engaging RPG experience within the pirate setting. However, its overly complex battle and deck-building systems, combined with the large amount of randomness, may deter casual RPG players. Board game enthusiasts might find it worth exploring. However, the gameplay loop might not be entertaining enough to keep players invested past the first playthrough.